Michael continues his memories with a visit to the Cavan and Leitrim Railway. Fortunately, you can still catch a steam train from this very station, and it's thanks to the volunteers of the Cavan and Leitrim Railway Museum. Michael brings us back to 1951.
So I got to Dromod, you see, at 12 o'clock on that Saturday, and got the 12:20 mixed to Ballinamore. As I got off at Dromod, it was great excitement when we got through Newton Forbes. It's the next station, the narrow gauge. It was the first Irish narrow gauge, you see. And I got off in the broad gauge station and walked across that yard area into the narrow gauge, and there was the train waiting with Michael Wisely was the guard. Oh, he says, you're very welcome, very welcome. And I said, am I allowed to stand on this balcony? Of course you are, of course you are. I can stand wherever you like, wherever you like. And of course we set off through the boglands, Derreen, and what a strange station this is. And this shunting at Moorhill with the wonderful topiary and flower beds. Very proud station master. And a priest on the train talking very seriously to some girls, and I've never heard this one. Now he said, when you get to New York, you must go with Father, somebody will be waiting for you. And of course, these people had no work, and they were having to leave and go to America. That was something that I was not aware of, really. So we duly got to Ballinamore, and waiting in the bay was number 8. Yes, which had been Queen Victoria, with Paddy Rowley driving. We had a great run out on the tramway, which was the exciting part. Oh yes, Hughie McKeown was the branch guard, and he was wanting to share his food with me. He says, I've got a nice thick sandwich of something, and he was pressing me to eat. Oh, the first thing, of course, I did when I got to Ballinamore, my parents said, going to Ireland, you must let us know you're safe and sound and have got there. And of course there was no chance in Dublin because the train left at 8:40 and had no Irish stamps. So in Ballinamore, I had to ask the guard, where's the post office? I've got to post this card to my parents and I want a stamp. Oh yes, he said. I said, well, he said, I'll look after your luggage. I've got a big heavy rucksack. So I had to go down to Martin's shop, the post office, and at least I got rid of this postcard saying I was safe and sound in Ireland, you see. I was there on 13 occasions, so I got very well known to the footplate, all the railwaymen in Ballinamore. I used to be invited in for almost my main meal of the day in Benny McGuinness's house. His wife was always giving me food, and if he wasn't working, we'd just finish his shift, we'd go, and then we'd have a walk around the town and out into the countryside. So I got to know the men, and I did quite a lot of footplating from 1953 onwards. Was it 1953? No, 1952, of course. In this country, we had this confounded conscription. And all the young chaps had to do military service, which was pretty desperate, so I had to give up my job for 2 years and go into the army. And so I met some quite interesting people during that period, and one chap, he was stationed, not in the army, he was stationed at Castle Archdale, Enniskillen, in the Royal Air Force. And he had a bicycle, and he used to cycle on off-duty times to Ballinamore from Castle Archdale, and he got to be well known by the C&L men. And so I was working with him on the Tullamclyn Railway in '53, and he told me all about these people that he knew in Ballinamore. So on that third visit to Ballinamore in '53, I was able to say to this driver, "Oh, you know such Ian Yearsley, his name," and so that helped a lot. So from '53 onwards, I would so '59, I got to know particularly closely all these loco men in Ballinamore, and was often invited to eat in their houses or have a stroll in the evening with lots of old tales of the railway. Benny McGuinness, he was a man born about 1900, 1902, and in 1940 I think he was probably he'd be still a fireman, I think, at Cavan, GSR Cavan, and he saw this job advertised for drivers at Ballinamore. And the Cavan men said you'd have to go there because it's sure to close, that now gauge line, it will not last any time. But he said, no, I'm off. And so he went in 1940 to Ballinamore and stuck it out until and he was getting close to retirement when it closed, but he was my closest railway friend in Ballinamore. We'd often have a walk in the evening, walk along the track out to this Lauderdale or towards Garradice, and he'd tell me all sorts of stories of his days in the IRA in the 1920s, when he was living near, at that stage as a youngster, I think he was a Belturbet man, but he said he was with the IRA in the mountains around Dundalk. So lovely stories I got from people like that.